There was a time when keeping a home running meant long afternoons filled with chores that most of us today would hardly recognize. They weren't just about tidying up or fixing things. They were a way of life. Every squeak of a washboard, every careful stroke of a broom on the front porch carried with it the rhythm of family life. Today, we're looking back at 10 household chores from the past that no one does anymore. Number 1. Beating rugs on the clothesline. Before vacuum cleaners became common, rugs had to be carried outside, hung over a clothesline, and beaten with a sturdy carpet beater. The air would fill with a cloud of dust, while neighbors shared a laugh over the racket. It was exhausting work, but there was a certain satisfaction in watching all that dirt drift away. Over time, modern vacuums made rug beating nearly obsolete, leaving the beater itself as a relic of the past. Number 2. Stoking the coal furnace. On cold mornings, someone had to head to the basement to shovel coal into the furnace. It was dirty, hot work, but it meant the difference between a freezing house and a cozy one. Families often took turns tending the fire, and kids sometimes dreaded being the one chosen. With the spread of central heating and cleaner fuels, this once daily routine disappeared. Number 3. Washing clothes by hand on a washboard. Long before washing machines hummed in every laundry room, clothes were scrubbed by hand on a ridged washboard. Women often gathered near streams or used a metal tub, singing songs or sharing stories to pass the time. The process was slow and hard on the hands, but it was also a shared ritual of community and care. Today, most washboards are hung on walls as antiques or used as folk instruments instead of tools of daily life. Number 4. Polishing silverware. Every week, special occasions called for gleaming silver, which meant someone had to polish every spoon, fork, and serving tray by hand. The task was fussy and often given to children who quickly learned how easily tarnish returned. Despite the effort, polished silver was a source of pride, a symbol of hospitality and good housekeeping. Now, with stainless steel and dishwashers, silver polishing has almost disappeared from weekly routines. Number 5. Emptying the ash pans. Wood stoves and coal furnaces left behind piles of ash that had to be scooped out daily. The chore was messy, and the fine gray dust clung to clothes and skin, no matter how careful you were. Still, the job was part of the rhythm of home life, often done before breakfast, so the stove was ready for cooking. Modern heating systems put an end to this constant, sooty routine. Number 6. Ironing. Every piece of laundry. In many households, every single garment, from shirts to handkerchiefs, was carefully ironed. A neat appearance was a matter of pride, and mothers often spent hours pressing clothes for the whole family. Irons were once heavy, sometimes even heated on a stove, making the job even harder. With wrinkle-free fabrics and casual dress becoming the norm, few people bother with full laundry ironing today. Number 7. Spring cleaning the old-fashioned way. When winter finally loosened its grip, families threw open the windows and began a deep spring cleaning. Carpets were rolled up, mattresses dragged outside to air, and every corner scrubbed until it shone. It wasn't just about dust. It was about renewal, shaking off the heaviness of the cold months. While spring cleaning still exists in name, the sweeping, whole-house ritual of the past has faded. Number 8. Making soap at home. Before store-bought bars lined every shelf, many families made their own soap from animal fat and lye. It was a long, smelly, and sometimes dangerous process, but the end result was a year's worth of cleaning supplies. Soap making was often a community event, with neighbors gathering to help and share. Today, only hobbyists keep the tradition alive, while most of us simply pick up a bottle at the store. Number 9. Darning socks by hand. Holes in socks weren't a reason to toss them out. They were just a reason to sit by the fire with a needle and thread. Mothers and grandmothers taught children how to stretch a sock over a darning egg and stitch it good as new. There was pride in making things last, especially when money was tight. Now, with cheap clothing so easy to replace, darning has become a lost art. Number 10. Churning butter. For many farm families, making butter wasn't a novelty. It was a weekly necessity. The rhythmic motion of the churn filled the kitchen with anticipation, especially for the children who couldn't wait to taste the fresh butter. It was slow work, but it brought families together, and the reward was always worth it. Today, churning is mostly remembered as a demonstration at fairs, rather than a chore waiting on the kitchen counter. Looking back, these chores may seem tedious, but they were part of what made home feel like home. They taught patience, resilience, and pride in a job well done. Even though we don't beat rugs or churn butter anymore, the memories of those chores still connect us to the generations before us. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories from the past. Until next time, keep remembering the way things used to be.